God says, your person is coming to you unannounced, and it's going to shake things up, my child. There is a holy hush in the atmosphere right now, because something significant is about to break open in your life. You have been waiting in the stillness, perhaps even bracing yourself for a storm, but I want you to know that a divine disruption is standing at your very doorstep. The angels have guided you to this moment to receive a specific word about an arrival that will be both imminent and unannounced. This is not a casual meeting or a planned visit that you can prepare for on your calendar. This is a move of heaven designed to shake your world and realign your path with a love that has been sent directly from the throne of God. You may have spent many nights in prayer, wondering if your cries were heard, or if the person you love had simply forgotten the connection you shared. But while you were waiting, heaven was working. There is a shift happening in the spiritual realm that is not going to be quiet or slow. It is coming with a suddenness that might startle you, yet you must not be afraid. Even though it comes without warning and without a message first, this movement is entirely orchestrated by God. He is the one who has placed a mandate on this soul to run toward you. They are not coming with a simple invitation to talk. They are coming because they no longer have a choice but to obey the pull of their own heart. Heaven has rushed them, and right now they are in a state of surrender. For a long time they may have tried to look strong or act as if they were over you. They didn't want to seem dramatic or weak, so they stayed in the shadows, fighting their own feelings. But the love in their heart has exploded beyond their control. They have been in tears, in silence, and finally they have reached a point of total submission to what God is doing. They aren't coming to just test the waters or see how you are doing. They are coming to stay, to align, and to take their place beside you in a way that changes your entire environment. When they show up, your rhythm and your spiritual atmosphere will be transformed. Love sent by God does not wait for an invitation to knock. It walks in and declares its intention. It brings a sense of peace that can only be found in the middle of a holy storm. This person has already packed their emotional bags and stopped pretending they are okay without you. They are done faking their distance and are now moving with a trembling soul but a determined heart. They are ready to interrupt your ordinary life with a divine alignment that you didn't see coming. If you feel this shift and want to stay connected to these heavenly messages, please subscribe to Lord Miracles Daily and leave a comment below saying, I am ready for my divine interruption. Your faith is the anchor in this season of holy upheaval. You might have planned for a different timing, or perhaps you thought peace meant everything staying the same. But God's ways are not our ways, and His thoughts are much higher than ours. As it is written in Isaiah 55, His plans are far above anything we can imagine. You planned for a slow process, but God has planned for right now. This sudden movement is the direct answer to that aching prayer you thought was lost. It is the result of the secret confessions they made to God when they thought no one was listening. They told Him they couldn't move on. They told Him they still loved you, and because God listened, the path has been cleared. Do not be afraid of the speed at which things are changing. This is fulfillment, not fiction. You are not being punished by the chaos of this change. You are being placed into the arms that were always meant to hold you. Their resistance has finally crumbled, and their soul has been convicted by the Holy Spirit. You don't have to chase them, you don't have to beg for their attention, and you certainly don't have to wonder if they still care. They are making the first move because the weight of heaven's hand is pressing upon them. You have healed enough, and you have been still long enough. Now is the time for you to be surprised by the very one you still cry about in your private moments. They are coming to you shaking, not with pride, but with a deep humility. They have seen what life looks like without you, and they have realized that they cannot breathe the same way when you are not there. Heaven has announced this to you first so that your spirit can be prepared. While they are practicing their words and picturing your face, you must stay soft and open. This is the reward of your patience and the result of your refusal to settle for less than what God promised. You trusted the heavenly script instead of man's logic, and now you are walking into the next scene of a divine screenplay. Be ready, not with a strategy or a plan of your own, but with a heart of total surrender. Your peace will be what they need when they arrive. Your calm will be their sanctuary. They are coming to build, to connect, and to be honest about everything they've been through. They have crossed a boundary in their heart, and now they are about to cross a border in the physical world to get to you. They didn't ask for anyone's advice or approval, because when God speaks this clearly, a second opinion is not needed. Something broke inside of them in the middle of the night, in a moment of sacred surrender. They admitted out loud that they still want you and still believe in what you have. The moment they said it, the angels cleared the path. This is why you've been feeling those sudden waves of urgency and sensing movement in your spirit. It is real, it is near, and it is happening now. Believe that you are receiving this rather than just imagining it. They are coming to change everything, but they're doing so with reverence and repentance. They aren't coming with more questions or doubts, they are coming with clarity and answers. They have already had the difficult conversations with God, and He has confirmed that you are their destination. All the signs you've seen and all the delays you've endured were simply preparing the ground for this very moment. They were being refined and broken so that they could finally be bold enough to stand by your side. They are no longer intimidated by your purpose or your light. They have realized they were created to be your partner, not your competitor. There is a holy familiarity pulling them toward you that will not let them rest until they are standing next to you. This is a fast and tender move of God. They are not perfect, but they are the ones chosen for your journey. They are coming back to stay because the life they tried to live without you was empty and haunted. You are their answer, and they are finally ready to live out that truth with every breath they take. Be still and know that the one heaven marked for you is currently on their way. The person walking toward you right now is much more than just a partner or a companion from your past. They are someone who has been marked by heaven and protected by angels specifically for this union. While they might not look exactly the way you expected them to, your spirit will recognize them immediately because they will feel like home. Their words might not be perfect, and they may even stumble as they speak, but their spirit will communicate much louder than any sentence they could form. When your eyes finally meet theirs, you will feel a sudden release, as if you can finally breathe again after holding your breath for a very long time. They are coming back to you as a completely different person, healed, honest, and deeply humbled by the journey they've been through. This isn't just another attempt to see if things work. This is a living testimony of God's power to restore. You were right to stay pure in your heart and to keep praying when everything looked impossible. Heaven never forgot your longing, and God never ignored the tears you cried in secret. Your soulmate never truly let go of you, even when they were trying their best to run away. They have been planning this return in total secret, spending hours in silence and surrender. They aren't coming because they want attention or because they need closure from the past. They are coming because they have finally decided that you are the only one for them. This decision wasn't made out of pride, but out of a deep sense of obedience to the nudge they felt from God. They are now willing to show their commitment to you publicly, permanently, and with a passion they never had before. When they speak, you will hear the trembling in their voice and see the genuine repentance in their eyes. In that moment, the weight of everything they have carried during the separation will become clear to you. You will finally understand why the delay had to happen the way it did. You didn't lose them. You were simply waiting for the divine timing that would allow them to see your true value. They had to be stripped of their pride and lose some things along the way to truly honor the purity of what you offer. Now they are bold, brave, and burning with a desire to be with you. They are coming to invest in your life, not just to impress you with empty gestures. They see the calling on your soul and the spiritual oil on your life, and they are no longer afraid of the greatness inside of you. Instead, they want to protect you, build with you, and cover you in prayer. This is what we call covenant energy, a pursuit that is backed by the kingdom of heaven itself. Please take a moment to comment below with the words, "I still believe in covenant love." And if you want to stay aligned with these spiritual truths, subscribe to Lord Miracles Daily. God is honoring your patience and your hope. Your soulmate is currently preparing to knock on the door of your destiny, and the timing will likely shock you. This won't be a normal, casual conversation. It will be a sacred collision of two people who were always meant to be together. You might shake or even stutter when it happens, but deep down, your soul will know that the promise has finally been fulfilled. You must let go of all fear and the old memories of how they used to hurt you. Don't hold on to what wounded you when you should be opening up to what is meant to heal you. This kind of love shocks the system because it rewrites your entire story. People will look at you and wonder what happened to make you look so different, and you can tell them that God happened to you. You didn't just get lucky, you were favored by the Creator. You didn't have to manipulate or attract them. Heaven simply appointed them to your side. The angels are still speaking and God is still confirming this path. Your heart is being prepared right now for a love that will never leave again. They are walking above you. From every old habit, fear, and influence that once distracted them from you. By choosing you, they are choosing to be obedient to the path God set for them. This isn't just about a romantic feeling, it's about a deep reverence for what God has placed within both of you. They realized that rejecting you was the same as rejecting their own promise. They are done pretending and done delaying. They are ready to show up unfiltered and unashamed. Even if it seems shocking to you, heaven has been waiting for this very moment just as long as you have. There is no more fear in their decision, only fire, faith, and the pursuit of fulfillment. God is acting right now in their heart and moving them in your direction. They are practicing their words and picturing your face because they can't wait to see your reaction. They are praying that you won't run away when they arrive, because this isn't just a hello, it's a spiritual knock on your future. They want to be free from the silence and the guilt of watching you move on while they stayed stuck in the past. They are taking the risk because they finally understand that loving you was a holy assignment, not a mistake. They have carried you in their spirit like a mission, and even when they tried to bury the feeling, it kept resurrecting. They saw you in their dreams and sensed you in the spirit, even when they were too afraid to admit it. Now the fear is leaving them, and heaven is pushing them forward. The angels are removing every excuse they ever had, because this is about a covenant, not just comfort. Brace yourself, because their next move is going to be loud in the spiritual realm. Even if they approach you quietly in person, it will shake your routine and confirm everything your spirit has been sensing for months. Let them come, let them speak, and let God finish the beautiful work He started in both of your lives. The why are coming with a boldness that only heaven can provide, and an apology that has the power to break chains. Their presence will say what words sometimes cannot. I see you, I choose you, and I am staying. This is your answer to every lonely night when you asked God when your time would come. The time is now, and they are walking toward you at this very second. Be soft, be still, and let the truth of this word fill your heart with peace. This event will not be something small or silent that you can easily ignore. Their love is coming toward you like a massive wave, and you must prepare your heart to receive it. This is not just a simple restart or a quick fix to an old problem. It is the true beginning of what heaven planned for you from the very start. You may have felt hidden away or pushed to the side, but you were never forgotten by the Father. You have been patient, and even when you felt abandoned, favor was quietly finding its way to your door. What they feel for you right now is something they cannot explain with logic. They tried to forget you, tried to replace the space you held, and even tried to move on with others. But every time they heard your name or saw your face in a dream, they realized that God had sealed your identity into their very heart. Just as the scriptures say that love is as strong as death, that seal on their soul has remained unbreakable. They have seen visions and felt a divine pressure to act because they can no longer live with the void of your absence. They are currently aligning their life to make this move and are rehearsing the words they need to say to you. They are praying that you will still have enough faith to believe in them when they arrive. When you see them, they might appear more surrendered and quieter than before, because God has been changing them from the inside out. This time, they aren't coming with questions or games. They are coming as a vessel of God's fulfillment and a promise of covenant. Heaven is telling you to open the door of your heart because they are coming for you and only you. They aren't interested in more drama or long explanations about the past. They are coming for a holy confirmation. They have counted the cost of their mistakes and have finally chosen obedience to the whisper of the Spirit. They are following the dreams and the nudges that refuse to go away, no matter how hard they fought them. Every time they tried to date someone else, your name kept rising to the surface of their thoughts. They saw signs of you in sermons, heard you in the lyrics of songs, and felt your presence in the middle of total silence. They eventually realized this wasn't an obsession, but a divine assignment written into their destiny. This is the hour of a return to God's original will for your life. What God has joined together, no man can truly keep apart, and they are returning to the truth that you are one in the Spirit. They are going to see the light in you and the peace that radiates from your life, and it will shake them to their core. They can no longer distract themselves or delay the inevitable because you are the answer they were looking for once the noise of the world stopped. Their heart is on fire for you now, and they are coming to your side with trembling hands. Don't be surprised when their voice shakes or their eyes fill with tears of regret. They have carried the weight of their realization for so long, and they are coming to unload it and admit the truth of the delay. They've tried to live without you, but they realize they simply cannot move forward into their future alone. God kept reminding them that you are the one, and they are finally ready to honor and protect that truth. They don't care about the timelines or what other people might say. They are just chasing the peace that only lives in your presence. They are showing up to confess their love and their vision for the future, because they understand now that this connection is holy. What they are about to do will change both of your lives forever, starting with a single step or a single message. They are not the same person they used to be. They have become who they are specifically for you. Every detour and disappointment they faced was part of a divine design to build them into the person who can stand beside you. They are standing on holy ground now, recognizing that what they feel is a covenant, not a fantasy. They see now that your heart is rare and that you were chosen before the foundation of the world. If you can feel the weight of this spiritual truth, please leave a comment below saying, "I receive this ordained love," and subscribe to Lord Miracles Daily to stay connected to these messages of hope. They are moving toward you, not out of guilt, but out of a deep sense of purpose. This union has weight and will shake the darkness, which is why the enemy tried so hard to interrupt it with silence and confusion. But no one can turn back the hand of God when He has purposed something. His purpose for you cannot be thwarted by any past mistake or fear. Your soulmate is about to do things they've never done and say words they've never been able to speak, because this is a spiritual assignment. They aren't coming with empty promises, they are coming with sacred vows in their heart. They are no longer walking away, they are walking toward the fire, toward the fear, toward the promise. Because they know now that the promise is you. The more they tried to avoid this, the more your name echoed in their soul until they finally bowed to God's will. They chose you after dying to their own pride and letting go of every shallow thing that once held them back. Now they are ready to build something eternal, a love that stands firm on the Word of God and doesn't run when it's tested. God is able to do immeasurably more than you ever asked or imagined, and this love is the proof of His power at work. It is deeper than attraction and bigger than romance. It is a mirror of heaven itself. Get ready to see the certainty in their eyes that only comes from witnessing the glory of God. They have seen who you are and what you carry, and they have seen that life without you is a road they can no longer walk. They are coming to you steady and strong because God is holding their feet firm. This is a turning point in your story, a shifting of seasons that brings your love to the surface. They are returning set free, free to love you exactly the way heaven intended. My child, they are not just returning to your life, they are coming back completely transformed by the hand of God. When they walked away, they were filled with hesitation and 1,000 unanswered questions, but they are returning with a holy boldness that only comes from a divine encounter. You must understand that God did not just allow them to feel the weight of your absence. He used that empty space to refine their character and humble their spirit. He showed them exactly what true love costs and what it means to lose something precious. They have been walking through a season of divine breaking, and now they are finally ready to step into a season of divine building. They are being rebuilt and remade from the inside out, and you have always been at the very center of that process. You were the silent prayer behind every bit of pain they felt, and the promise that kept them going when the pressure was high. Every tear they shed in their moments of isolation had your name buried within it, and every long silence carried the echo of your voice. Now they are ready, not because they have reached perfection, but because they have finally reached a posture of faithfulness. They have found the courage to speak the truths they were once too afraid to admit, and to choose the path they once thought they couldn't handle. They are no longer running from your love or your light. Instead, they are ready to fight for your soul. Your strength no longer intimidates them. They have realized that they actually need it to balance their own lives. They have grown significantly in the quiet fire of their separation from you. They are stepping forward now with a resolve that is rooted in purpose rather than just fleeting emotions. This connection is not about simple romance or temporary feelings. It is about a divine partnership and heaven's own choreography. You are two souls designed to reflect the glory of God together in a way that neither of you could do alone. As the word says in Isaiah, when the time is right, the Lord will make it happen, and He is making it happen right now in the unseen places of their heart. Do not be surprised when they appear with trembling hands and a truth on their tongue that they can no longer hold back. They will tell you that they couldn't run anymore and that God kept showing them your name in their dreams. They tried to forget what heaven had already written, but they found that impossible to do. They are not coming for a brief visit. They are coming to stay because a holy covenant is at stake. Heaven is shaking everything that can be shaken so that the love that cannot be moved will finally be established. Your love was not made to be fragile. It was made to move mountains and change the world around you. Please take this moment to subscribe to Lord Miracles Daily and leave a comment below with the declaration, I'm standing in divine timing to show that your spirit is in alignment with what God is doing. They are almost there, and when they arrive, your world will never look the same again. They have rehearsed this arrival in their heart over and over, imagining the look on your face and the peace they hope to finally feel in your presence. They have rewritten their opening lines 1,000 times and whispered your name while they were alone in prayer. This is not just a conversation. It is a heaven-ordained encounter that God has been precisely timing. They see now that you are not just someone they want, but the person they truly need and respect. It took a long season of distance for them to finally hear and feel the truth of your connection. God used every single delay to soften their heart and to calm the fears that once kept them away from you. They have finally realized that fear was a liar and that the love they feel is the only thing telling the truth. This love is being made perfect through its testing. You will see it in the way they look into your eyes and the way they speak your name without a single ounce of hesitation. They are choosing you now without any apologies or games because heaven has given them total clarity. When God moves, He does not move in confusion. He moves with bold, confident steps. You are standing in a season of divine reversals and fulfilled promises. God is not late. He is incredibly precise in everything He does. Just as Ruth was positioned in the right field and Esther was called for a specific hour, you have been set apart for this very connection. They are not coming with a mind full of confusion. They are coming because they already know with total certainty that it has always been you. Your heart should receive this return with grace, knowing that the angels are echoing your faith in this moment. If you feel the stirring of this truth in your soul, believe that they are closer than you can imagine. God is guiding every single step they take toward you, and He will ensure that this arrival is unmistakable.